Well, another mass shooting happened over the weekend in Austin, and here was the shooter. Notice anything? He was wearing a sweatshirt that said property of Allah and had an Iranian flag underneath that. And of course, he shouted the two favorite words that they love to shout when they're about to commit terrorism. Now, it appears he was an immigrant from Senegal, and from my point of view, it doesn't appear that he was able to assimilate into our American culture. So how many times are we going to have to hear those two words and have Americans die before we will take a stand against Islam and realize that Islam is not compatible with our Western values? You know, there's over 2 billion Muslims in the world, but let's do a little thought experiment here. Let's say only 10% of those Muslims are bad. Of course, not all Muslims are bad, but at 10%, that's 200 million Muslims that want to end our way of life and end our Western culture. 200 million people whose stated goal is to eliminate us in the West. Now, of those 1.8 million Muslims who are not violent extremists, let's assume that 50% of them are apathetic. What are the other 50% doing? Why are they not rising up against this and trying to put a stop to this? Now, the question is going to be, because this doesn't fit the left's narrative, how quickly is this going to disappear? How quickly is this news cycle going to just pass right on by this and move on to the next thing? It's time we put a stop to this. And luckily, places like Texas are trying to make that move. And if you're not aware, if you're a Texan, on March 3rd is our primary election. And on that ballot is Proposition 10. Proposition 10 is to ban Sharia law in Texas. Prop 10 is the first step in stopping Islamic extremism. And if you care about Texas and our way of life and our conservative values, vote yes to Prop 10 and let's put a stop to this. Go out and vote, get off your butt, and make your voice be heard.